Hello everyone, now I am going to talk about the concept of gout and its treatment approach. Gout is a condition characterized by the accumulation of monosodium urate crystals in the joints. So most preferably it occurs in the joints where there will be less blood supply will be there, and it is most commonly caused because of increased uric acid levels in the blood, that is also called as hyperuricemia. Coming to uric acid metabolism, so from the purines from the genetic material, the adenine and guanine will be break down into hypoxanthine, again into xanthine, and this xanthine on the action of xanthine oxidase will get converted into uric acid. So whenever there is a increased levels of uric acid in the blood, it leads to hyperuricemia. So there are different presentations like primary hyperuricemia seen in cases wherever there is a increased production or reduced absorption or drainage. If it is not proper, in that cases there can be primary hyperuricemia. And coming to secondary hyperuricemia, most commonly occurs because of a genetically induced condition or maybe inherited disorders. Coming to idiopathic, where there will be unknown cause which triggers the hyperuricemia, and there are so many drugs which triggers the increased uric acid levels in the body. Whenever there is an increase in the levels of uric acid, so the uric acid converts into urate crystals. So urate crystals along with the sodium, it leads to monosodium urate crystals. So these crystals preferably they come and accumulate in the small joints. So hence it may lead to a crystal arthropathy. So in case of acute gout, it is always a asymmetrical onset, and usually it starts from the greater toe. We call it as podagra, and then the symptoms will be just similar to that of Uttana Vata Rakta. That is all the inflammatory symptoms with extreme pain, red, hot, dusky swelling. So just like that of Uttana Vata Rakta, where Acharya has told like Kandu, Daharuga, Metoda, Anvito, Shavaraktatva. So the similar presentation can be correlated with the acute gout. Coming to the workup of a patient in case of acute gout, so there will be increased soft tissue density which can be found in X-ray, and also the investigation of choice tends to be joint aspiration. So whenever we aspirate the fluid from the joint, so it will be always a chalky white in color along with a very turbidity. And whenever we go for polarized light microscopy, so there will be needle shaped negatively bifrinct uric acid crystals which can be found. Coming to the treatment of acute gout, so in order to reduce the inflammation, we can go for ice packing, and NSAID, preferably naproxen sodium and indomethacin can be used. And if these cannot reduce the inflammation, we can go for corticosteroids. So colchicine is a drug of choice in case of acute gout, so where the colchicine acts by inhibiting the granulocyte migration, and also it reduces the glycoprotein which triggers the inflammation in the joint, which is being produced by the Coming to chronic tophaceous gout, so tophi being a marker of a chronic gout, so it is always a irregular asymmetrical swelling, or it is a tumescence which can be found in the joint associated with the joint deformities. So on X-ray we can find the asymmetrical punched out lytic sort of lesion. And also the treatment of chronic gout includes the inhibition of xanthine oxidase enzyme, just like the drugs like allopurinol, oxypurinol and all. And uric drugs can also be given, which includes the probenecid, and also recombinant uricase drugs can also be given. Coming to the Ayurvedic concept of gouty arthritis, so it can be compared with the Vata Shodhita or Vata Rakta. Vata Rakta being a Avarnajanya Samprapti, where the Dushita Rakta, that is the increased uric acid levels in the blood. So this Dushta Rakta does Avarana to Vata, so which may leads to Vata Shodhita or Vata Rakta. So hence the treatment mainly includes the removal of the Dushita Rakta. So once the Dushita Rakta is being removed, and then normalizing the movement of Vata. Some of the Shamanaushadhis like Amruta Gugulu is found to have a uric effect along with the anti-inflammatory effect. So Amruta has a very good antioxidant. It also reduces the hyperimmune reaction and also reduces the uric acid levels in the blood. So Amruta Gugulu given orally along with the Pindathaila Abhyanga. So Pindathaila found to have a very good action over the inflammation. It also reduces the Shofa Ruja associated with the joint. Bala Guduchyadi Taila is found to be very beneficial both in case of acute as well as chronic gout. So Bala Guduchyadi Taila can be used externally as an external application, and also the Vasti which is given by the Bala Guduchyadi Taila has a very good action on the uric acid levels. So it reduces the uric acid levels both in plasma as well as the urine. So as it is told by Charaka and Vagbata, that nahi basti samam kinchit vatarakta chikitsikam. So the basti being as a prime line of modality as a treatment of choice in case of gouty arthritis or vatarakta. So the basti which is given along with the Bala Guduchadi Taila has shown a very good action along with the anti-inflammatory effect. Langali, which is Gloriosa superba seed, has a high amount of colchicine. So the colchicine as a drug of choice in case of acute gout. So the Langali gutica has also shown a very good effect. Chopachini, which is Smilex glabra, has a very good action on the uric acid levels, and also it reduces the hyperuricemia, and also it inhibits the action of xanthine oxidase enzyme, which is very important for the metabolism of a uric acid in the body. Some of the drugs has a very important action on the xanthine oxidase enzyme. So the xanthine oxidase inhibition can be found in drugs like Himsra, Putiha, Lavanga as well as Indravaruni. Thanks for watching.